Welcome back everyone. I've made a lot of these videos back in the day, but I figured I might as well redo some of them. And I'll go ahead and show you guys some of my favorite secret iPhone tricks and tips that you may not actually know about. Now, most of these I actually didn't know about, which is very surprising. So these aren't your standard like, oh, you can screenshot this and that like I usually do on my second channel. These are going to be things that I hope none of you guys know. Maybe you do, but the very first one, I actually have to switch phones real quick. And this very first one is exactly actually how to zoom in on FaceTime. Now, this is actually really weird because I didn't know this, and I've owned this phone, I've owned iPhones for a very long time, and I didn't even know this. So in order to actually zoom in, all you really have to do is first locate your square box on your iPhone, which is right here. So when you're FaceTiming somebody, usually it'll be here, but it also moves around just like that. Now you want to go ahead and tap on this specific little thing, and you actually want to double tap on it. So you'll come into basically your main panel right here. Now, what you want to do, this may be a little confusing, you want to go ahead and click Effects first. Now once the Effects panel comes up, all you really have to do at this point is zoom in just like you would on a photo or video, and that's really pretty much it. That's exactly how you zoom in on FaceTime, and I didn't even know this. Like I stated, you can zoom out the same way, you can zoom in all the way you want to, and at the same time if you want, you can go ahead and hop out and it'll stay there, so it's not like it'll go away. Now at the same time, like I stated before, you still have access to all these different things over here too, so you can still, utilize all these things at the same time. But that is actually how you go ahead and zoom in on FaceTime. So you go ahead and double tap on it right here, just like so, click Effects, and then zoom in and zoom out, and that's really pretty much the process on how to zoom in and zoom out on FaceTime, which is really, really cool. Now another thing that I really do like, that I don't really use too often, but it's exactly how to screen lock, aka password lock, specific apps that you don't want people to have access to. And you don't have to download any apps, you don't have to do any third-party stuff, and it's really cool because it's built into iOS, but it's not necessarily how you think. So make sure you have a version of iOS that's over iOS 12. Now at this point, all you want to do is you want to go ahead and first of all figure out which app you want to lock. So let's say you want to lock Snapchat, for example. What you want to do is you want to make your way over to your settings app. You want to scroll all the way down until you see screen time. Now it's not super deep, it's usually like right here somewhere. Just kidding, it's right here. And first of all, you want to enable it. I'm surprised I don't even have it enabled. Now at this point, all you want to do, go ahead and click on app limits, which is right here. You want to go and click add limit. At this point, all you want to do is find that specific app that you want, so you can go and click on social networking. And let's say we don't want anybody to have access to our Snapchat, we would go and click it and click on Snapchat right there. You want to go and click next. You want to set the specific limit up to 1 minute, just like so. Click add, and as you can see, Snapchat is added. Now what we can do is go ahead and hop out, and as you can see, something just comes up. And we want to find that specific app, and once we click on it, now, typically you would go ahead and use Snapchat for a little while, so all you would have to do is use Snapchat for at least 1 minute. It'll actually ask you to type in a password in order to actually type it in and use the app. And in order to use that specific app, it is the password that you set up for your screen time. So you can go into your screen time, you can go down into set screen time passcode, which is right here, which I have already done. And then once you go into Snapchat and you go over that, set limit, it'll ask you that, okay, you can't go into this specific app unless you override it with a passcode, and that's pretty much how you would do it. So, like I said, it was kind of a weird example because I don't use this phone, this is not my main device, but you kind of get the idea. And from there, it can lock specific apps. It's not necessarily how you think, but it's still another way on how you can go and lock a app, which is really, really cool. Now, this next one is really, really interesting. So if you ever turned up the volume on your iPhone and you thought to yourself, oh my God, this is not, loud enough or whatever, you can actually increase the maximum value that your iPhone is actually allowed to go up to. Now, I would be a little careful of this. If you're trying to be like super loud, then obviously, use discretion or whatever. But in order to actually do this, all you would have to do is go into your settings. You'll come into the panel like this. You want to scroll down until you find the music section. So it's usually over here somewhere. As you can see, it is right here. It was like right there. All you want to do is go ahead and click on it. And then you'll see a couple of options. So first of all, you'll see volume limit. What you want to do is you want to go and click on volume limit, and you want to make sure it's, enabled and everything, and you want to make sure the volume limit is off. So there's no volume limit set or anything like that. Now the next thing you want to do is you want to make your way over to EQ. So you want to go and tap here, and you want to find the specific one that says late night. Now as you can see, the late night one is right here. you want to go ahead and tap on it, and you will see that your volume will actually be noticeably louder than it was before. And I'll allow you guys to kind of, check it from before and check it after. And this will actually increase the volume by quite a bit. And what's really cool about this is, let's say, you don't like the late night one, you can kind of go ahead and scroll through and determine which one you like. Now, some people may prefer, the spoken word one. Some people may prefer the vocal booster one. And a lot of people don't even know about this EQ section within your iPhone. So it's not just within the music app, it's the speakers in general. So this is another really, really cool little thing that you can have access to if you just go into your settings and just modify the music section. So that's exactly how you go and, increase the volume per se. But like I said, it'll use a little bit of tinkering for yourself, going into the EQ and determining which one is better. But from what I've heard, the late night one is probably the best one out of all of them. Now, this next one is a really, really fascinating one, and it's one of the ones that I always find super crazy, and it's from a really low-key different app, which is Siri Shortcuts. A lot of people know about it, but also a lot of people don't use it. And what Siri Shortcuts is basically people can make their own shortcuts, little, tasks that they can do by themselves. If you want to do this and this, instead of, doing it, you can go ahead and just click a button and it can do it for you. Now, one of these cool ones allows you to actually eject the water within your phone, which is crazy to think. Now, it's not necessarily you think like if you have, water inside of the battery, then it's probably not going to help you too much. But one of the more common things is when you dip your phone in water, the speakers actually get a little muffled because water gets built up here. So a great way of how to eject water within your phone, going back to the Siri shortcuts thing, is actually using this specific Siri shortcut. Now I will leave this one linked down below so you can actually go and install it yourself. But in order to install it, all you have to do is click get shortcut, which is right here. Go and click continue, and you will see that somewhere here it'll go ahead and add it. Now I am having issues. Now I am having issues to install this. As you can see, I'm getting this little random pop-up. Now I kind of forget how I went ahead and enabled it. But regardless, you would go ahead and install this specific shortcut, and it'll actually go ahead and ring the speakers out a little bit, so the water will actually come out of it, which is really, really cool. So, and that is another really cool little trick that I found that I've seen a lot of people talk about, and that's honestly one of my favorite things about Siri shortcuts. Now, this other thing that I'm sure a lot of people know about is basically how to spy on other people with your iPhone. Now, you will need a set of Airpods in order to set this up. In order to do this, all you really have to do is you want to go into your control center once your Airpods are connected, so keep that in mind. And you want to scroll down until you see the control center toggle. So you want to scroll down, here it is. And you want to click on customize controls. And once you see that, you'll go and see a ton of different things right here. What you want to do is you want to scroll down until you find the hearing toggle, which is right here. So you want to go ahead and tap on that, and you'll see it come right up there. So all you have to do at this point is scroll down here, and you will see the hearing toggle. Now, what you want to do at this point, if your AirPods are not already connected, you want to go ahead and connect your AirPods to your specific iPhone that you're using, and you want to hold down on this spot. And what you'll see is you'll see your AirPods connected here. Now, I don't have these connected fully, but at this point, you'll go and click on your AirPods and connect them. And what you'll hear is basically the audio of your specific phone, which is crazy. So you can leave your phone in a room like this and walk away from them and still hear, what's being said about you in the room, potentially, if you're trying to spy on them. And that's a really crazy thing. If you're trying to catch people saying something or whatever, I would say don't do it, don't spy on them. But that's a great way of how to either communicate with people. If you have bad hearing, you can hear what people are saying by having your AirPods connected within your ear. So that's another really, really cool feature. Like I said, I wouldn't recommend everyone to use it, but in order to do it, like I said, you go into your settings, you go into the control center toggles, which is right here. You want to click on customize controls, swipe down, click on hearing, add it, swipe down in your control center, hold down on the hearing toggle, and you will see your AirPods right there, which is really cool. Now, the final thing I want to hit on is actually how to scan documents and scan images and everything within your iPhone. So if you want to scan a PDF file or you want to scan whatever and you don't have, you don't want to download another app and pay for it, you can actually do it all within your Notes app. And like I said before, a lot of people don't really know about this. And in order to do it, all you have to do is hold down on your Notes little thing right there. You'll come into this little section, which can be a little confusing at first. But what you want to do is you see that scan document section right there. All you want to do is click on scan document. You'll come into this section and you'll be able to actually scan the specific thing that you want to scan. So this is a horrible example. But let's say I wanted to scan this box for some reason, or actually maybe we can scan the text on the back. As you can see, the iPhone can automatically detect what's going on. I can take an image of it and then I can crop it down if I want to. I can try to get the best angle of, as you can see, it's trying to scan what's going on, but again, it's a really bad image. And there we go, it kind of automatically took it. And then from here, I can go ahead and crop it down to, let's say I want to here, and then here, and then here, and then here. The iPhone will automatically, determine which is the best angle, and it'll actually do a pretty decent job at cropping it. So let's go and say keep scan. We can go and see an idea of what it looks like. I can go and tap on here, and that's pretty much what it is. So it's not necessarily an image, it is a scanned image, and you can go and do whatever you want to with it. Like I said, if I had a piece of paper or something, it would look a lot better. But that's pretty much how you scan documents without having to use a separate app or anything. And that's a really, really cool thing as well. And you can do this on any iPhone. I think iOS 13, I think iOS 11 or iOS 12 actually brought that in, which is a really cool thing. So again, if you want to do it, hold down on the Node tab, just like this. Click on Scan Documents, just like so. And the little image thing will come up, and you can go ahead and determine, where that specific image is. And you can kind of go from there. So that's really pretty much it. Those are my favorite tips and tricks on any iPhone. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that means so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it means so much if you guys could hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.